Yo, welcome to Urban Gameplay Discussion with your host with the most hype, Matt Pepper, breaking down the dopest gaming talk on the planet.
Yo, for the past couple of years there's been a particular question on a number of players' lips, and that's whether or not The Sims 4 will actually ever come to consoles such as the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The Sims 4 released back in September 2014 to much critical acclaim, a surprise that shouldn't have come to many. After all, The Sims is one of those franchises that pretty much anyone could pick up and play, and practically any age, and sells like gold dust. At the time of release, The Sims 4 was only available on the PC, but as with many of the franchise's previous iteration, fans were expecting it to get a console release in the next couple of years, hopefully. Currently, we're in the year 2017, and from the looks of things, EA have absolutely no plans to bring The Sims 4 onto the next-gen consoles, and sadly it seems it's about time to abandon any hope for this game ever showing up on the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. That right there may be a statement next to no one wishes to read, but considering that we haven't heard anything concrete in pretty much over a year, it's safe to say that the console release is nothing more than a distant memory at this particular point in time. Last year I did drop a news gaming update video where I did state that the possibility of Sims 4 coming to PS4 or Xbox One was definitely on the cards, but since that video an EA personality did come out a few months after stating that we're best to rubbish any particular rumors regarding this game ever coming out on the console. Now that we are obviously nearly a year since I've dropped that particular video, it's safe to say, like the legendary BIG, that it definitely was all a dream. Whilst it's still all speculation, apparently some have suggested that the game wasn't as successful as EA intended on the PC version of the game, and rumour has it that the console version would have been even worse. But from where I'm standing, I know there's plenty of console gamers who absolutely loved the console version of the Sims games. I personally loved all the Sims games that I played on console from my personal memory anyway. There may be a few questionable ones throughout the years, but I definitely did thoroughly enjoy playing them on the console. I don't actually have a good PC setup for gaming and tend to prefer gaming on consoles out of habit, so I knew definitely if Sims 4 was dropping on the console, this would definitely be a no-brainer for me personally to purchase. The million-dollar question that we all want to know is what went wrong. Well, who knows? I guess it's all speculation at the end of the day. Maybe the developers ran out of steam for the game and simply decided that putting it over at this particular point in the game's lifespan would be nothing short of pointless. I personally don't know the real explanation as to why they never dropped The Sims 4 on the console versions, but definitely I do think that they've dropped a ball there. Let's hear from some other gamers to see their personal opinions about The Sims 4 not making its way onto consoles, and I'll give my final thoughts later on.
Yo, Matt Pepper, let's go to the phone lines and see what the streets be saying.
I still can't believe that EA have officially dropped the ball by not bringing The Sims 4 to the consoles by now. I had high hopes that we would get this game back in 2016, and now we're in 2017 and there's still no word on its release for console. All the previous console versions of the Sims games were amazing, so why am I not playing Sims 4 on my PlayStation 4? I keep hearing technical issues in porting to consoles from PC, and also that the PC version flopped in sales, but considering how powerful next-gen consoles are, it's hard for me to believe that.
I have given up all hopes of seeing The Sims 4 making a magical appearance on the Xbox One. With the sales of the PC version rumored to have been extremely low, I can't see how the console version will sell more. So unfortunately, I guess us console gamers will have to wait and see what happens with The Sims 5, as that seems like the only hope of getting a console version of a Sims game.
Bringing you the best gaming content on the planet. You're watching Urban Gameplay.
Yo, thanks for all the gamers for giving us their opinions about the fact that The Sims 4 may possibly not be coming to consoles anytime soon. Now it's time for my final thoughts. Whilst I am disappointed, we always have to definitely look on the bright side. Just because it seems that The Sims 4 won't ever see a console release does not mean that the sequel to Sims 5 won't be releasing on the console. I know this might sound like a bit of a stretch for some gamers out there, but in actual fact it might be even more likely than it ever was going to be for The Sims 4 on the consoles. So definitely I feel like maybe our attentions have to look forward to the next version, because I do feel like it's way too far in the lifespan of Sims 4 for there ever to be a console version. But who knows, I may be mistaken, and I'm definitely still got my fingers crossed that we will still maybe see Sims 4 with all the DLCs hit our PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, or even possibly the Nintendo Switch, who knows. The reason I'm definitely more confident that we may see a Sims 5 release on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, because I do feel that EA would have hopefully noticed just how much backlash there was for the next Sim to be ported onto the PlayStation 4 Xbox One. And when there's obviously a whole contingency of players that want their favorite game to be ported over to the console, it's hard for a developer not to take note, not even when considering how much hype these players can definitely bring around one idea. Unfortunately, for the time being, the Sims 5 coming to a console is going to be one of those wait and see moments where the industry will need to keep an eye on what the developers have in store. I and definitely many other gamers out there will remain hopeful that the Sims 5 definitely will receive a console version at some point during the release of the next Sims game. I'm still deep down, as I mentioned before, know that the Sims 4 may possibly still make an appearance, who knows, but whilst I am a little bit hopeful, I do think it's time for me personally to lay the idea of the Sims 4 coming to PlayStation 4 or Xbox One to rest, simply because obviously after 2.5 years with no real solid concrete news about a release date or anything, it just goes to show that it isn't really boding well for the fans. Anyway peeps, do let me know in the comment section below if you think that EA have made a real big mistake by not releasing Sims 4 on the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. Definitely do voice your opinion, and we definitely can have a great discussion in the comment section below. What do you think about the prospects or the possibility of Sims 5 coming to our consoles? If you enjoyed this discussion video, I know I rambled on quite a bit throughout this one, do still hit the like button, it definitely helps out, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't had the opportunity to do so yet. And until next urban gameplay video, we definitely say peace out peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.